Let us continue with our lesson, and today we'll be learning about the repositories and how to configure and create a repository. So let's go and create a, first of all, let's go to our model over here and let's create a one new package, and I'll call it as REPOSIT repository. And inside this we'll create a one more class, and let's say a class, and let's call it as a login repositories. And we will also have to create another one for our register. So it should be of not a login, it should be of registr register a repository. So just click on this one. So we have a two class. One is of login repository, and another one is a register repository. So this repository will be place where it will be handling all of our data requests. So like whether it want to go to the API or whether you want to get the data from the local storage. So this is the place where we will be putting all of our logic. So inside the register, let's create one more function of a suspend, because we are using a Kotlin coroutine to call all of this function. So we need to call it from a background thread. So that's why we are making use of a suspend function over here. So this should be of a login, and let's say this is our register. So I'll call it as register register, and inside this parameter we have to pass a parameter of let's say, sorry, it should be register rest request, and we need to pass or get from the network, so network service. So we need to call this service register. So how do we call this service is, what we can do is we can pass it through the constructor, and I can just say private of a variable of the network service, and here we will just copy and set as a register, and we need to pass the parameter of this one, register request. So the register request we are passing here, because if you go to network service we need a register request. We need to pass this argument over here. So let me close all of this, that I don't need it. So in the repository we are creating a register function, and we are passing the register request, and we are calling the network service that register, and that we are passing the request from here. And so the another option for the login is to go and create from here, and we'll do the same thing for here. I'll just create a private variable of a network service, and now from here I'll create a suspend function for our login, and with the help of login we need to pass a login response as login request h equals, we'll call the network service dot login, and we have to pass this login request. So we have created two functions for login and a register using a repository class that we have created. So later if you want to add more functionality, you can just add to this repository, like you want to save to a record to a database, or you want to make another API request for login or register. So we can make use of this same repository class. So this is like it acts like a place from where we can, it will be responsible, the repository class will be responsible to handle all of our data requests. So we have two service, which is to register and login. So we have already created a repository for that one to handle. So how to handle? So whenever we call the repositories login, it should call the network service that login. So I think that's all for this lesson. So we have successfully created the repositories, and the next step is to, I think we need to work with our view site for a model view. So we need to create a view model for our login as well as a register. So let's meet up in the next lecture. Till then, have a great day.